Hello, our dear viewers and listeners. Good day. Welcome to our Teleradyo Eskwela, Kaya Na, the School on Air program of DepEd Tagum City. This is your teacher host, Miss Martinez Peralta Bumanglag. Today, you will be learning lessons in Music 8, Quarter 1, Lesson 1, Vocal and Instrumental Music of Malaysia and Myanmar. So get your modules, your notebooks, and your writing pen, and be comfortable seated in your homes. Also, we would like to thank our radio partner, Hope Radio 107.1 DXHS, where we are airing our lessons for junior high school. Let me give you our teacher broadcaster, Miss Jenevive Pastor Martinez.
Hello, dear students! We are very glad because despite the pandemic, we can continue learning through our Teleradyo Eskwela. I am your Mapeh teacher, Teacher Jenevive Pastor Martinez from Jose Tuason Junior Memorial National High School. Today, we will have another interesting and relevant topic about music. Please get your module, pen, and notebook so that you will be able to write information about our lesson. Shall we start? Alright. Music greatly influenced the lives of the people in Southeast Asia, as depicted in their daily living. It is related to ceremonies connected to beliefs, state, and community affairs. Musical division does exist between the urban and rural areas. It has many musical styles, of which some are related to culture reflected through timbre, rhythm, melody, texture, and style. Based on our learnings from our previous episode about vocal and instrumental music of Cambodia and Indonesia. Do you want to continue learning more about the music of our neighboring countries in Southeast Asia? Be excited because we will continue to travel and explore other Southeast Asian music. Our lesson for today is all about vocal and instrumental music of Malaysia and Myanmar. Here are our objectives for today's lesson. At the end of the session, students are expected to A. Describe the music of Southeast Asia, specifically Malaysia and Myanmar. Letter B. Analyze musical elements of selected songs and instrumental pieces heard and performed. And letter C. Appreciate Southeast Asian music. Our objectives will lead our most essential learning competency, which is analyzes musical elements of selected songs and instrumental pieces heard and performed. Indeed, it is very important to learn the historical background and basic concept of one's country to appreciate their music. But before we continue to our lesson, let us try to recall concepts you learned in our previous lesson about music of Cambodia and Indonesia. Letter A. What do you call the musical ensemble of Cambodia? How it differs from the gamelan in Indonesia? Yes, Cambodia has Penpet ensemble, while Indonesia has the Javanese and Balinese gamelans. However, the Indonesian gamelan have singers performing with them. Letter B. How can you distinguish Javanese gamelan from Balinese gamelan? Yes, very good. Javanese gamelan used for court music. Percussion-dominated style of playing gives solemn character, while Balinese gamelan, used for sacred music, consists of metallophone and mostly gongs. Sudden change of tempo and dynamics are the basic characteristics. Sounds are very bright and brilliant. And lastly, use of fast and rotting sounds of cymbals make distinctive characters. It's good that you still remember your lessons. Now, to check your prior knowledge about our topic for today, let us have first a pretest. These are musical instruments of Malaysia and Myanmar. What you are going to do is to complete the information by writing the name of instruments needed. Number 1. It is a double-headed drum of varying sizes made of cowhides and its classification is membranophone. The answer is gindang. Number 2. It is a single-headed drum which is covered by a skin on one end, and it is played by slapping the head of the instrument with hands. Its classification is chordophone. The answer is gidumbak. Number 3. It is a single-sided handheld frame drum. The frame is made of hardwood and its head is made from goat skin hide. Its classification is membranophone. The answer is kumpang. Did you get it correctly? It's okay if you did not, because later on you are going to discover those things. Okay. Have you been familiar with the following instrumental and music we have here? Serunai, kumpang, rasasayang, and kesi. Can you sing or play any of these songs or instruments? Do you want to learn them? So, be excited because we will continue to travel and explore other Southeast Asian music. Are you ready? Listen attentively so that you can discover new things in Southeast Asian countries. Today, we are going to discuss the following as we travel and visit another country from our neighboring countries. Let's start with Malaysia. Malaysian music was significantly influenced by several multiracial groups, which are Malay, Chinese, Indian, Iban, Dayak, Kadazandusan, and Eurasians. The music of Malaysia is divided into two categories. First, classical and folk music, which surfaced during pre-colonial period and still exist. And the second one is syncretic or acculturated music. This music which has been developed during the post-Portuguese period. It includes the elements from both local music and overseas elements of Arabian, Persian, Indian, Chinese, and Western musical and theatrical sources. Let's talk about the musical ensembles and types of performances in Malaysia. Number 1. Agung and Kulintang. An ensemble similar to the Kulintang of Philippines, Brunei, and Indonesia. It is a gong-founded musical ensemble used in burials and marriages in East Malaysia. Number 2. Kertok. A musical ensemble from Peninsular that includes xylophones, played quickly and musically in traditional Malay occasions. Number 3. Dikir Barat. Typically consists of groups of 10 to 15 members, singing together often in a competitive manner. Although it is performed by groups of different sizes, it is typically performed by individuals on a platform with an instrumental accompaniment or sometimes without instruments at all. Number 4. Silat Melayu. A martial art practiced by the Malay communities. It is performed with a mixture of martial arts, dance, and music, accompanied with gong, drums, and Indian oaks. Musical instruments of Malaysia are greatly associated with their culture and roots. Due to colonization, the stages of development of Malaysian instruments are great. The following are the traditional instruments of Malaysia. Number 1. Gindang. It is a double-headed drum of varying sizes made of cowhides and its classification is membranophone. Next, kumpang. It is a single-sided handheld frame drum. The frame is made of hardwood and its head is made from goat skin hide. Its classification is membranophone. Next, sirunai. A reed wind instrument played using a technique known as circle breathing, and its classification is aerophone. Next, gidumbak. It is a single-headed drum which is covered by a skin on one end. It is played by slapping the head of the instruments with hands, and its classification is chordophone. Last one is kesi. It is played by striking the fixed disc with the performer, and its classification is idiophone. This time, let's travel and learn the music of Myanmar. Myanmar, also known as Burma, is a country located in the western part of Southeast Asia. In Burmese language, it is known as Myanmar. They are rich in both vocal and instrumental music. They also had an extensive collection of classical songs that called Mahagita, which have different types: royal court music, dance songs, worship songs, song of sorrow, which are accompanied by saung gaok. Music of Myanmar consists of different elements and its characteristic. Let's start with the rhythm. It has 4/4, 2/4, 8/16 time signature. Melody. It has pentatonic scale. In tempo, vocal nasal. Form. In vocal, it has a strophic. In instrument, it has 3 parts. Harmony and texture. It has heterophony. Myanmar's musical instruments are categorized into 2 types: the loud sounding and the soft sounding. Loud sounding perform open air at ceremonies and festivals, while soft sounding perform indoors at formal and classical performances. Let's listen to this musical ensemble. The Saingwaing is a traditional folk music ensemble composed of different gongs and drums and other instruments depending on the performance. Instrumental music of Myanmar. Number 1, saung gaok. It is an angular harp which has 13 strings. It is regarded as the national instrument of Myanmar, and its classification is chordophone. Next, migyang. 3-string zither which looks like a crocodile. The strings are played with a plectrum. Its classification is chordophone. Next, patala. It consists of 24 bamboo plates placed above a resonating box. Its classification is idiophone. Now that we are done with our discussion, let us have an activity. Are you excited? This activity is called Can You Hear Me? I want you to listen to Malaysian children's song which is the Rasa Sayang and answer the questions that follows. Number 1, describe the voice quality. Number 2, what feeling is conveyed upon listening of the song? And last, number 3, what is the time signature of the song? Okay, let's listen. Rasa sayang sayang hey, rasa sayang hey, rasa sayang sayang hey, lihat nona jauh, rasa sayang sayang. All right. Question number 1. Describe the voice quality. Yes, the song is so melodious and one of the favorite songs from Southeast Asian countries to perform, as it warms our hearts to see people from various races, religions, and communities sing the song together in harmony. Number 2, what feeling is conveyed upon listening of the song? Yes, it conveys playfulness and inclusiveness of Malay culture, and a sense of love and loss. Last one, what is the time signature of the song? Number 3, what is the time signature of the song? Yes, it has 4/4 time signature. That's great! I hope you enjoyed the activity. To assess your understanding of our lesson, here is another activity. Direction. Read and analyze the questions carefully. Choose the letter of the best answer. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. Which of the following form of music in Malaysia perform in groups and often in a competitive manner? A. Silat Melayu. B. Kertok. C. Dikir Barat. D. Agong and Kulintang. The answer is letter C, Dikir Barat. Number 2. What form of martial art is a mixture of martial arts, dance, and music? A. Silat Melayu. B. Kertok. C. Dikir Barat. D. Agong and Kulintang. The answer is A. Silat Melayu. Number 3. The following are the multiracial groups that influence Malaysia's music genre, except A. Filipino. B. Indian. C. Dayak. D. Chinese. Number 4. What was the name of the extensive collection of classical songs in Myanmar? A. Mahuri. B. Mahagita. C. Saung. D. Padauk. The answer is letter B. Mahagita. And for the last number, what is the national instrument of Burma? A. Agong. B. Dikir Barat. C. Kulintang. D. Saung Gaok. The answer is letter D. Saung Gaok. How do you find the activity? Did you get all the answers right? Very good. For your assignment, memorize and learn to sing the Resusayang folk song of Malaysia. Record a video or audio for your performance and submit it to your Mapeh 8 teacher via messenger or email. Always remember that music is different in every culture, but they all have a couple of things in common, and that is music is important. Because it is a way to celebrate cultural traditions, connect you with people, helps you find your identity, and also helps you learn a language. Once again, I am your Mapeh 8 teacher, Teacher Jenevive Pastor Martinez. Another session has again ended. I hope that you learn a lesson from our discussion today. Till next time, keep safe!
That was great, Teacher Jenevive. Thank you so much. Again, we would like to thank Hope Radio 107.1 DXHS, where we are airing our lessons in junior high school. Thank you for being part of this program. This has been your teacher host, Miss Marites Peralta Bumangleg, saying goodbye and see you in the next episode.